Okay.
Right, I'll just wait for Jeannie to come back and then come over to the real.
Good morning, the time is now 10 o'clock and Garden Scotland 2011 is open for general admission. We wish you a very
That's
successful and enjoyable
the
day.
advanced entry.
Hi Fiona.
Hi Phil.
What is Trellis and what do you do there?
Well, Trellis is the National Organisation for Therapeutic Gardening, and we support just over 175 therapeutic gardening projects across Scotland. These projects all use the feel-good qualities of gardening to work with different groups of people with disabilities, with health problems, people facing disadvantage, and they try to use gardening to help those people to improve their life, their health, their chances in life. And we provide support services for those projects, including an information service and training days.
And what are you doing here at Gardening Scotland?
Well, we wanted to try and showcase the inspiring work of these projects by building a show garden. We usually are here but just with a little stall, and this year we thought, why not have a show garden? And one of our directors came up with a great concept, so we decided to build it. The garden, the pavilion and the plants here are all sensory plants, and they are supposed to try and convey the feel-good and sensory aspects of gardening that these projects use to work with different groups.
Right. Visitors have been very enthusiastic about the pavilion and particularly the roof. What's going to happen to it after the show?
Yeah, the roof has really been attracting people, I think because it's a wildflower turf roof and it's really buzzing and attracting the bees today. We were really keen that the pavilion should have a life beyond the show, so it's going to be relocated to Aberdeen, to Crosby House Care Home, and it's going to be rebuilt there by a team of volunteers from a financial management company in the city, so that the residents of Crosby House can enjoy the pavilion and the plants there after the show is finished.
Right. Now, I heard that Trellis was connected with the show garden next door.
Yeah, the Resistance's Fertile Garden. It was built by Great Gardens, which is a social enterprise company based in Glasgow, and they're part of the network of Scottish garden projects. Great Gardens works with special needs groups and people who have been unemployed for a long time. And through gardening and doing backcourt gardens in Glasgow, they pick up new garden skills which might help them boost their self-confidence and maybe even lead to employment. So it's a great project, and I'm really impressed with the garden. There's a huge gorilla in it, and I think that's meant to represent guerrilla gardening, which if you don't know about that, it's the practice of beautifying spaces, usually in urban settings, by throwing seed bombs over the fence or going in and doing a spot of impromptu gardening. Usually neglected spaces that are wasteland or have been let to go to ruin. I think it's really difficult to recreate the feel of a natural space that maybe has had a few seeds thrown over the fence. So they've got some weeds in there and some beautiful plants sprouting among them, and it's very difficult to make that work without it looking contrived. So I think they're a real testament to the creativity and resourcefulness of all the projects in the network. And they told me that the battered door there came from a drug raid in Glasgow, so it's a very authentic garden. And I did bet them that they would win gold, if not best in show, so I better go and collect my winnings from them soon.
Congratulations on winning the bronze, by the way. Did that come as a surprise?
Well, yes and no. I think everyone was really delighted to have an award, because it really, it's always great to get recognition for all the effort and hard work that went into the garden. We've been helped by one of the projects in our network, the Column Seal Centre here in Edinburgh. They've done some great work, and lots of other people have given their time and materials, timber and energy and time, very generously. I think we were quite pleased with the design, and we hoped it would win something. So we weren't smug, we weren't expecting it, but it wasn't a total surprise, but it was lovely to get recognition.
And did you manage to do any fundraising while you were here?
Yeah, that wasn't the primary objective, but we did run a raffle with some beautiful plant photos by G&D, and also a Trellis membership on offer as prizes. So people were very keen to buy tickets for the raffle, and we also had this great board with sunflowers on it,
yes,
where people could stick their faces through and take a photograph, and that was an activity that people could make a donation for too, and they had great fun with that, and so we were able to raise some money from those donations too.
and there were also plant pot making demonstrations.
That's right. We wanted to maybe give people something interesting to do, and so we brought along lots of newspaper and some old water bottles, and we showed people how you can make a pot using recycled newspaper, just wrapping it around the bottom of the water bottle in a certain way, and then folding it and squashing the bottom so that it stays together, and you can fill that up with soil or compost and sow into it. And once the plant sprouts, you can then plant it out into your garden without having to repot, which can disturb the roots a bit. So the newspaper rots, you've given it a new life, you've recycled it, and you've avoided plastic waste that comes from plant pots. So hopefully people had fun and learnt something new by doing that.
Thank you, Fiona.
You're welcome, thanks.
And then put some folding money in here at the very end. Did you see that?
Put that on camera, Callum. You can't make money.
No, just one.